Welcome, welcome to Kingston, Jamaica. Thank you for tuning in to my channel, Let's Talk MFT Counseling. My name is Thompson, and today I'm going to discuss purpose. A lot of people ask me, because when I write my daily word, I'll write about purpose and finding and living in your purpose. So I felt like I wanted to discuss that a little bit. So I'll talk about purpose, what it is, how do we know when we're living our purpose and we're living a purposeful life, and how to seek God for knowing your purpose. So if you enjoy or like what you're seeing today, please like, share, comment, make a comment what you think purpose is, and subscribe if you haven't yet. So purpose, what is purpose? In my opinion, and I'm going to speak mostly on a spiritual basis because that's my background, purpose is a talent, a gift, a divine skill that the Lord has bestowed you with, and you use it for not only the betterment of your life and your family, but for others. So, say for instance, you've always, when you were a child, always wanted to be a nurse, and you found that it stayed with you from you were 5, 6, 10, all the way up to a teenager, and then you went to school and you perfected that course. So that, yes, is your gift for helping people. You want to help people, you want to do better in this world. So I would say that that's your purpose, because you're not only being a nurse to help yourself and get a nice salary, because the work can be tedious, but you're doing nursing job, or a doctor for some. You're doing that kind of work to help someone else. You want to see people get healed. You want to see overall a better society. You want to see people doing better for themselves. So that's your purpose, I would say. In my situation as a social worker, I always knew that I wanted to help people. When I was younger, I started out by wanting to be a nurse, but then it graduated where I just basically wanted to help people in whatever capacity. So I would, it never left me. When I went to high school, when I started doing volunteer work, actually, I started doing volunteer work. I remember there was a time when I went to church, and my church, we would go to the inner city to help people. We would teach Sunday school, and we'd make porridge, and we'd serve the children. That's many years ago. I was at Church on the Rock at the time, and we would go into the community and help people. So I knew even back then that I wanted to help people. And when I went to Canada, because I was in Jamaica at that time, and I went back, and I'm like, I want to follow this up as a profession. I went back to school, and I studied social work. I got my bachelor's, and I said, maybe I want to go in the hospital. So I got my master's, so that would help me to get a job in the hospital. But I've always known that my purpose would come from somehow helping people as much as I can. I'm also an author, and with my writing, yes, I write novels, but at the same time, most people might know I write daily word, and that's to encourage. Again, that's always, that's also lifting people up as much as I can, just to encourage them. So my life is always in one form or the other based on helping people. I have a friend, he's a lawyer, and he says that he always knew that he wanted to be a lawyer. The whole thing, he loved helping people. He gave a joke that he would look through the window and ask the son, "Why don't you come up? I want to get going," because he really just wanted to go out and do the best he can for the clients he had. So knowing your purpose is something that we're not all that lucky to know that we want to be a lawyer, a social worker, a nurse. So how do you know? How do you know deep down? How do you find out? I would say, best thing is to seek the Lord, because the purpose that we have is not for us alone. It's not so that we could feel good just going out and doing what we want to do. It's so that we could better ourselves and others. We could better the people that come into our lives. So seek the Lord is the first thing that I would say. I would say spend quiet time with the Lord, because a lot of us run out of jobs. Not me anymore, but back in the days, and I'm sure lots of people are doing that now, going out to jobs that they don't really like, they don't enjoy, they don't want to be at, but they get a salary, they get a paycheck, so they go out and they do it. But if those people were to really look within themselves and see that maybe what's missing is, I'm not living my purpose. I am not satisfied where I am. It might take some going back to school, but it will make you so much happier in the long run. Because you have to get up most people every Monday morning. You start dreading, if you were like me when I wasn't living a life of purpose, I would start dreading from Sunday nights. I would be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's going to be Monday already and I have to go to work. I have to go to work because I've got bills to pay. Most of you have children you have to take care of. You might be alone, you might be a single parent, and you have to go out there and do. So you have no time to say, oh, I want to live my purpose and I want to do good. You just right at that moment want to do good for you and your kids who are looking to you for better. But I would say push, persevere, seek the Lord, because you might not realize that the purpose that you have inside of you, the talent, the gift, the skill, is so needed, and it will make you so much more happier. And many times when we are living, if not all times, when we are living our purpose, the pay just comes. Because if God is involved in this purposeful life of yours, where He guides you, He provides for you. So say you are good at cooking. I have a sister who is very good at cooking. And I think a little bit she takes it for granted because it's something that she's good at. But if she were to turn that, as my granny would say, take her and turn make passion, if she were to develop that, she could own. Well, first she'll get she might have to start in someone's restaurant. And we can't despise our small beginnings. Like you might, if you're good at cooking, you might need to start in someone's restaurant. But because that talent, you cook so well, when people come in, they want to know who's in the kitchen today. They want to know if you are in the kitchen because you are so good at cooking, baking, and all that. So I would say never despise that, because something like that can grow. Soon the managers, the owners, they're aware that, oh, Mary, people keep coming in asking if Mary is in the kitchen today. They want to make sure Mary's here. You can start renegotiating your salary, because guess what? The owners and the managers, they will want to keep you there. So it's not like, oh, I'm just going in today to cook. You're going in because people want you to be in the kitchen. They love what you do. And because you're doing it, because it's natural to you, it's a natural God-given talent, because you're doing it so well, the love shows. People enjoy the food, right? So something like that, yeah, you could start small, working for somebody. You find your confidence because you're doing so well, and this is any profession, that you're elevated. The manager, the owner, they notice you, you're elevated, and with that elevation comes more money. If you want, You can get someone to sponsor you, so you now can own your own little restaurant. This is how a lot of people start out. One little restaurant. But because they cook so well, they branch out. By the time you look, they have another restaurant that they're running, because now their name and their skill has become a brand. So getting up to go to work, go to somebody's restaurant, no more. You're going to your restaurant and you're building your establishment. You know, you look around, say people, you know, a lot of people might not even say, like, you're a natural teacher. You know, you're good with structure, and you have patience for kids. But then you want to be an actor. Yeah, you have the skill to be a teacher, but you want to be an actor. Like, you really don't have the skill for it. So I would say, learn that your purpose is to help children. Because everybody starts out in school. Everybody has to, the smartest person started out in school. So they all needed a teacher. So instead of despising, oh, you know, noisy school, blah, 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 no. Look at it as your purpose. You are helping a child to become an Elon Musk. You're helping a child to become Barack Obama. You're helping a child to become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. You know, so don't despise your small beginnings, because that might just be the purpose that propels you into a different atmosphere. And a better atmosphere, actually. Your talent, your skills, your gifts, don't despise that. As I said, spend time with the Lord so He can direct your course. So I would say, again, seek God for that, and God will guide you and lead you. And if it's your God-given divine purpose, you never have to worry about working one day, because you'll have love for whatever is natural to you, and you won't have to work. It's not like work. Anything you do that you love. Like Tyler Perry. He's a big famous producer. He owns acres of land and all of that. And look at where he started from. You know, he was sleeping in his car. He was writing. Nobody knew about him, but he pursued what he wanted, and because he knew his purpose was to come and not only be a great producer and own acres of property, but no, he knew that he wanted to do, yes, he wanted to write plays and stuff, but the money goes back into helping people to see their purpose. Look at Oprah. She too, someone of purpose. And where does the money go? She helps people. She not only has a talk show, and we know, everybody knows Oprah, but she helps. She has a school with girls. She calls them her girls, her daughters. So again, our purpose is not just for us, it's for other people. And it's that natural talent that we all have that we should seek to hone and, you know, make it really the best we can. Okay? So thank you. We're going to speak more on purpose a little after this. If you are enjoying what you're watching, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Be right back.